Today is August 21st, Monday. This is the order going to Kuwait to my friend TQ at AUTO82 Mods and Accessories. This is the invoice number 0027 from July 16th. This is an $8,000 order comprising 2 pages of items, and I'm going to go through each page now for TQ to review and send me his OK to ship reply confirmation. So we're starting with the very first item on the list, which is 2 headlamp cover actuators. These open and close the 1967 Eldorado. By the way, all these things are for the 1967 Cadillac Eldorado. So these vacuum actuators open the front headlamp cover doors, 1 and 2. These are new, tested, validated, and working. These include brand new clevis hooks inside them, the clevis connectors that connect to the swing bracketry of the front doors, of the headlamp cover doors. So these are items 1 and 2, line item 1 and 2, the headlamp actuator and the clevis already mounted in the headlamp actuator. Third item is the check valve that goes with the vacuum system. The fourth item, we're going to come over here, is the original equipment power antenna, validated as fully operational, and I'll do a separate video for that before shipping, showing it actuating up and down for the full rise and retraction of the telescoping mast. The next line item is the chrome bezel that attaches to the top of the hood and becomes flush in the fender. Not the top of the hood, but the fender. And the next line item is the retainer clip for the chrome bezel. So TQ will mount this chrome bezel in the front fender. It'll be a flush mount and retained in place with the bezel clip. The next line item is the mounting bracket, which connects to the inner wheel well that supports the power antenna in its final position. The power antenna is supported in position through the lower bracket and through the top bracket. This is now mounted upside down. I'll turn it right side up before shipping so that he'll have an easy installation. So that concludes line items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we go to line item number 9, which is the transverse muffler. This is the DEX dual exhaust transverse mounted muffler. This is a custom-made stainless steel muffler where a standard one is taken, it's opened up and then resealed and made to work in this traverse mount position parallel to the back seat of the 67 Eldorado. That's line item 10. The next line item is the resonator that connects to the exhaust system. The next line item after that is the mandrel bent elbow right here, which means it does not have the crinkles, but it's a mandrel bend to maintain maximum exhaust flow. So these are all 2 1/4, and this unit will go in there. It'll be welded. This will connect in here. It'll be welded. And now the next line item are the polished stainless steel pipes. There's 2 polished stainless steel pipes. TQs, you're only going to receive 1 of them. You need to tell me if you want the large 3-inch diameter exhaust pipe or if you want the small one. In both cases, these exhaust pipes, as is the rest of the exhaust system, have to be welded to the resonator. So you're going to mount it in here, you're going to align it and position it on the car, and then you're going to do your bead weld around this perimeter. Now, if this exhaust seems too large for you and therefore is too aggressive of a look for the Eldorado, which is all personal preference, you can elect to take the smaller variant. There's no price difference. This unit is shorter. It's meant to be more hidden. Again, you will align it and weld it in place. You will align it as such and you will weld it in place. Or if you want it to stick out longer, you can put in a filler piece in between the 2 and then weld it. So whether you choose to have the large monolithic 3-inch unit or the short unit, you will receive 1 of them, and you can tell me which one you prefer. It's strictly a matter of preference. Both have a slant at the end. However, the smaller unit does not have a rolled lip, whereas the larger unit has a rolled lip. 3-inch versus 2-inch. So you'll have to decide which one of those 2 you want. The next line item is the air ride leveling compressor with the swapped out seal. And that's this particular unit. The seal has been swapped out and the unit validated. The cord charge, of course, went with that. The next line item is the hose kit, which is this very narrow tubing that you'll use to run from the air line of the compressor tank through the engine compartment, underneath the car, all the way to the back of the rear shocks. We'll get to the rear shocks here in just a minute. The next one is the leveling arm. The leveling arm, it mounts on the rear axle on the passenger side, and that signals the release of air to the individual shocks. The next line item is the air ride leveling vertical shocks. And these are the air ride leveling shocks for the 1967 Eldorado. It's a 1-year only item. It's distinguishable from the 68 through 70 shocks because it has threaded members to adapt to the shock mount of the 1967 design. So it's a design just for 1967 Eldorado, suitable only for the 67 Eldorado, which is the car that you have. So these are the 1967 vertical air ride leveling shocks. The next line item are the horizontal shocks. I've extracted one and compressed the other. These are the horizontal shocks. They're actually mounted at a slight 10-degree incline. They have an extended length of 13.5 inches and a compressed of 9.5 inches, so there's 4 inches of stroke. These are 100% hydraulic. They are not gas charged because gas charged shock absorbers do not work horizontally. That's what makes these so special and difficult to find and very costly. So these are the horizontal shocks, left and right, for the air ride leveling system. Okay, the next line item is the power window motors. You ordered 2 used power window motors. I know you wanted to save money and you wanted the used ones. I just don't feel comfortable sending you the used ones, so I'm sending you these 2, which have been validation and performance tested and rebuilt. So I'm sending you these 2 beautiful motors instead of the used ones that you've asked for. Okay, the next line item is the trunk lid cover for the latch system.